Good morning, everyone. Well, there is a small chance of rain today and tonight, but I do think many are going to stay dry. Now, the chance of rain going up for tomorrow because a cold front is going to arrive. So let's break down both days for you in your hour-by-hour forecast. We're starting at 8 a.m. this morning. It's going to be mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the low to mid-60s, but jump ahead to 4 o'clock this afternoon, and a few things changing. First of all, warming up. It looks like we're going to be topping out in most places in the mid-80s today. Normal high temperatures for this time of year in the upper 70s, so above normal high temperatures. A light breeze this afternoon, gusting up to around 15 miles per hour. Also, by 4 o'clock, now we're talking about partly cloudy skies, and if you look closely, see near Beatrice, Nebraska City, couple green dots starting to show up. So as early as 4 o'clock, we might start to see a couple of light showers, but we are just talking about a couple of light showers. In fact, look at 7 o'clock this evening. This model says completely dry, and that's certainly a possibility. 10 o'clock, same story. Maybe a couple of light showers, but that's it. I will say it is slightly more likely that you'll catch one of these stray showers late this afternoon, early this evening if you're in the eastern part of the area. So the chance of rain slightly higher to the east and lower to the west. But for everyone, it is not a high rain chance. In fact, I think the story is going to stay the same through the overnight hours and even into early tomorrow morning. We're just talking about a couple stray showers, best chance to the north and east. And the reason why we have this better rain chance to the north and east is our cold front that's arriving tomorrow, though not until the late afternoon and early evening hours. It's going to be coming in from the northeast. Most of the time, our cold fronts come in from the northwest, but this one is coming from the northeast, so that's why the rain chance starting to the north and east, and then will be spreading to the south and west. But again, the cold front not arriving until the late afternoon, early evening hours. So yeah, I do think there's going to be a little bit of an uptick by the time we get into the late morning tomorrow. Now we'll call it isolated showers and maybe 1 or 2 thunderstorms. But notice still significant gaps, and I think that's still going to be the case early afternoon tomorrow. Now we're looking at 3 o'clock, and notice still isolated showers and storms. Still more likely you're going to be dry 3 o'clock tomorrow and seeing rain. Now because there's going to be more cloud cover around and the chance of rain is going to be a little bit higher, a little bit more rain around tomorrow than today, that's going to hold down temperatures. But the cold front still not here yet, so we're not talking about it being much cooler. I think most of us are going to top out in the low 80s tomorrow instead of the mid 80s. We're also going to see a little bit more wind tomorrow. We'll call it breezy, gusts getting up to around 20 miles per hour. But if you're looking for the good chance of rain, we got to wait for the cold front, and that's going to be in the late afternoon and early evening hours. During the late afternoon and early evening, we're talking about a period as this cold front is working over us with scattered showers and storms. Now, there could be a few folks, because we're talking about scattered showers and storms, that miss out on this rain. But now we're finally talking about a situation where it's more likely that you'll be seeing rain than missing out during the late afternoon and early evening tomorrow. Now, I do expect heavy rain and lightning in spots, but because this is a weak cold front, we don't expect any severe storms. So good news there. And finally, before we wrap up, the U.S. continues to see more and more billion-dollar weather disasters. And on this week's episode of the Across the Sky podcast, we're diving into why that is. What kind of extreme weather events are behind this rise, and where are they occurring more frequently? So you can check out the podcast below this video or wherever you get your podcasts.